Alright, hello world, here with another video, and I'm at a cemetery of all places, but highly recommend it as a place if you're looking for privacy on some level. You know, no one's really going to bother you out here, and it's a quaint place to be, frankly. Very solemn, very sublime, and right now it's getting colder. Last night was probably the coldest sleep I've had in my car so far. I'm probably going to have to put on 2 layers very soon. And I can feel, it reminds me a lot of Texas right now. I remember when I went out to Texas, I went out like in September, I think. And it was a very beautiful moment. It was probably my favorite time when I was in Texas because of the coolness of the energy. And so, yeah, the vibe out here is also pretty cool as well. And there's something nice to it. It's funny because I'm here in the shade, and I get cold when I'm in the shade. I got a sweater here, but as soon as I walk over, and walk over right now, be sure I don't walk over any graves. As soon as I stand out here in the sunlight, I actually start to get pretty hot. Right? There's a nice breeze out right here with the field, so it's actually not that cold right now. But I can tell you, if I were like sitting in my car right now, if I had parked my car, let's say in like a McDonald's parking lot or something like that, waiting for my food delivery, I would have gotten really hot. And so it's been really refreshing, folks, to sort of just have that constant like internal, there's a train over there, internal temperature, constantly gauging and constantly finding ways to cool down in the most natural of ways, because first of all, it gives me something to do, which is really nice, and second of all, it feels really good on the body, folks, and then consequently it feels really good on the mind. And so I remember during my wrestling days, and even I had the honor of going to the Naval Academy and training out there for summer 1 week, and it was called the Navy SEAL Wrestling Camp. And it was probably overhyped, frankly, the name, but I do remember the first time I went that it was the longest week of my entire life. And when I tell you, folks, like, I was pushed to a new mental limit, it was real, folks. It was such a terrifically painful week for me. But it was also an extremely valid one for me because I got to feel sensations on my body that I've never felt, I think, in any other time in my life. In fact, some of those feelings were so painful, they ended up becoming blissful. And I think ever since, I've almost yearned to return to that sort of feeling. So these days, this is why I do my calisthenics training outside. And these days, just kind of being in tune with the ambiance, with the weather, it's always been, so it's a beautiful thing, folks. I highly recommend it. Shout out to anyone who's like studied like samurai Japanese culture. It's a mindset, folks, and just getting yourself calibrated to the environment instead of chasing down, air conditioning or heating. Helps you just get more calibrated with your environment, and henceforth more calibrated with the mind. So this one was a bit longer, but I'd rather have a little bit longer recordings than shorter. I've been trying to do the 1 minute shorts, but it's not really my style. I try to cram too much in 1 minute's worth, and I have a lot more to say than that, frankly. But I don't want to also sit here and have like a 35-minute video long rant, which is what I like to do typically. And so my goal is to keep it relatively concise. But with that said, I'm pretty much going to wrap it up here. About to hit the 5-minute mark. That seems reasonable. But I'm going to continue my adventures, folks. If you do tune in, do enjoy the journey with me as I talk about reflections, and hopefully with a better camera or something, I can show you all a little bit more, give you a better sense of what I'm seeing. I just don't think the camera really gives it justice. And I also find it very awkward to walk around with the camera all the time, So that's something that I'm thinking about. Like maybe I get a new camera, maybe I get one of those chest-mounted apps. We'll see. But in the meantime, have a beautiful day. I will see y'all in the next video.